All right, let's bring you some response now from Christine Khumalo. She is a family member of one of the Life Esidimeni victims. She also represents the Life Esidimeni Family Committee. Christine, thanks very much for coming into studio.
Thank you.
In fact, it was your sister who died in the Life Esidimeni transfers.
Yes, it was.
I mean, having a look at this billboard by the Democratic Alliance in the run-up to the elections, tell us about the kinds of feelings you had about your sister's name being on a billboard like that.
It was actually very sad initially. I mean, the initial feeling was that, how could they do that? You know, we expected them to mention Life Esidimeni,
yeah,
but to actually go to the point of taking the names and putting them on a billboard, that just, for us, that was just too much. That was just going too far.
If the Democratic Alliance had perhaps approached you first, asked for your permission, might that change the way you feel now?
Well, we would have had a bit more respect for them, but I think for us the issue is, why would you want to use the names? And also, why would you want to put them on a billboard of all places? I mean, that's not really paying respect to the deceased. And forget about those who are still, you know, the families of those who died. So for us, we would have probably said no, purely because of the fact that they want to use the names. The fact that they want to use the you know, Life Esidimeni tragedy as a, but no, I don't think we would have actually said yes.
Just talk me through what goes through your mind when your sister's name is on a billboard like this. Why it is something that seems to be so repulsive to you, for the DA to use the names of victims. You're saying you would have perhaps been okay if it had been just a
somewhere
broad
respectful,
stroke? Yeah.
You know, somewhere respectful, somewhere peaceful, somewhere calming. You know, it would have maybe, we probably would have considered that.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's in a billboard in the busiest part of Johannesburg, for us was not okay. It really was not okay. It was cheap. It was just everything not okay.
So what happens from here on?
Well, look, our initial, from yesterday's discussions and some from this morning, was basically that we were going to request them to remove it, to apologize to the families, and then also to just, we were looking at reporting them to the IEC because we thought this was morally and it was just wrong. And also to do it without the families. We thought, without the families' permission, let alone not having the families there.
Yeah. So just to clarify, there was zero consultation, as far as you know,
as far as we know, yeah. So no communication was put to us at all.
So the ANC is doing exactly what you were saying. You, as the Life Esidimeni Family Committee, are thinking of doing, reporting the billboard and the DA to the IEC. The DA has been steadfast, though, saying that it believes in the message of this billboard.
Look, we don't have a problem with DA fighting their wars with the ANC. We expect them to do that. But what DA is forgetting is that we fought to get to this point. We actually took ANC to task. And had it been ANC doing this, we would have done the very same thing. So they must not misunderstand that part. But what we are saying is, just because the names are in the public domain, you must have principles to act, or you must not have principles for you to actually think it's okay to take names of people. I mean, I've never seen names of people being put on any or used in any way like they have done from a tragedy. It's actually sad that they don't see what it is that they are doing or what people are actually crying out about. So it means there's something wrong. There's something wrong with the leadership of the DA. Honestly, there must be something wrong.
Christine, I want to just ask you, before we let you go, how you are recovering after losing your sister in that way.
Look, for me, for my family, it's actually been different because my sister passed away in 2016, and then her daughter passed away in 2017. And it was a direct result of, you know, the trauma that we experienced. So I was actually just telling someone from, you know, the families that I was starting this year on a more calmer note until this happened. So it's almost like we're right back to where we were a couple of years ago.
Well, all the best to you and the other families as well.
Thank you.
I know it's a long road. Thanks very much for coming into studio.
Thank you.